as you hear the smashing steps, almost camouflaged in the snow, a being you swear you should have seen coming, a huge creature, the one Aiden warned you about, covered in white downed fur, its mantis-like appearance only offset by the several spear-like objects protruding from its body, and one of its arms are missing. Its gleam-like eyes peer down before you as its three-part mouth parts. A small guttural echoes from it as it starts making its way towards you.
Prava makes the exact same noise back at it.
Shit, I didn't buy a flash grenade. Fuck!
And final sound was it crashing into, well, little Sora and smashing it to the side. It is the same size as Sora. It's a huge creature and is currently making its way towards you.
We gotta go, goodbye, later.
Ataika starts shooting. Not like shooting as in like let's stand and fight, shooting as in like I'm gonna start running, but also I'm gonna do some shooting.
I mean, just like covering fire while we're getting away and stuff like that.
Probably do you want me to do an attack roll?
Let me see. How fast is this thing? Right, I'm assuming that all of you are dashing through the snow right now.
Prava looks at the creature, he looks at his chair, he looks at the creature, he looks at his chair, he sighs in defeat, drops the chair, and starts to run.
Just so you're clear, you could probably carry the chair.
No, it's not that. Okay, never mind then. I'm gonna keep the chair.
It's like two bolts.
I'm gonna make several attacks. I imagine like I'm spraying a bit and then running.
Oh my god, you crit!
Oh, did I? Oh, nice.
So, Ataika, the mad lad. So, just what do you do as everybody starts running past you?
By the way, just so you know, I'm not running actually, since I went to the side and I was prepared. I want to get my sniper rifle out.
Went to the side? Wait, did you stay next to Sora? Right where it is
I didn't
now?
stay next to Sora. I went to where the others are and basically started looking around because I was worried that we might get jumped by something. This thing particularly.
Yeah, like you were all next to Sora and you started to run as soon as it came. Essentially, I'm going to say it's 60 feet behind you.
Ah, okay.
We're gonna get a battle map here. I'm still seeing the expansive screen.
Oh no, this is like a chase style thing.
Okay.
So I'm assuming you guys are
Seems
running.
like two of our boys are trying to fight, so I mean...
No, I'm not gonna
trying to
stand
fight,
there
I'm
and
just
fight.
shooting at the fucker.
Yeah.
Slowing it down, we go.
Yeah, Ataika,
going,
what
boys.
are you, like, describe to me what you're doing. You just stand your ground and opening fire, like...
I'm just like slowly backing up while I'm just unfucking loading.
Right,
With my azimuth laser rifle, just like slowly walking backwards, and you just hear, I imagine this thing's big.
It's huge. It's a huge creature.
Massive. And so for the first time you hear just Ataika go, "Fucking move!" And he just keeps backing up and unloading.
Kuzon like running through the snowbank, like he's digging through the snow, and he opens his arms, he's holding the black box like up, and he's just running.
So, as you open fire, Aiden, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna quickly.
You want to do something.
I'm gonna quickly take a glance at the situation. Does it look like our boys are gonna make it to the ship? Because this thing looks like it's pretty fucking fast.
I would say it would take you around about 3 turns, but those of you that are just straight up running will probably be able to make it there in 2.5. Since you're making to the door in like the next 2 turns.
I'm going to pull the pin on one of my frag grenades, and I'm gonna chug it over Ataika's shoulder and see if I can't aim for the mantis's head. Basically, since preferably I would have preferred flashbang, but I don't have that, so I basically wanna throw the frag grenade at its face and see if I can distract it and buy us some more time.
So you throw the grenade, and as it says she detonates next to the creature, it just pushes its way through it, keeps running towards you. You seem to did slow it down slightly, but whatever damage it did, it did hardly seem phased at all. So Ataika, as you open fire, you also start slowing it down, just bang, 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 bang. And it's only able to move 30 feet this round. So it's basically 30 feet behind you guys, but 60 feet behind the others. So you slowed it down for them. Right, and I believe that's everybody who's had a go currently. So essentially, it's going to charge up, and then given its 15 reach, it's going to try attacking Ataika. Is there anything you can do this round, Prava?
I'm gonna like see that it's approaching Ataika, and I'm gonna stand like 15 feet away from it. I'm gonna pull it towards me and away from Ataika.
Ooh, I would say that would definitely get him out of range. So essentially, as he's about to lower down its sickle-like arm, it basically digs into the rocking ground and. The only issue with this plan is that you're the one in danger.
Prava didn't think that far ahead, alright? He saw a friend in danger and he acted.
So I guess I'm going to ask Prava, what are you going to do now right next to this creature? Now, how far away can you do it?
That was the Zenith ability, so I'm no longer in Graviton attunement.
Yeah, how far away did you do it? Or is it 15? Is it close to you now?
Range is 20 feet, so I probably did it at max range and pulled it 10 feet towards me, so it's now 10 feet away from me.
Okay, so you're within range of its claws. Okay. You're going to disengage and run full speed away, or what?
Yep, that's the plan.
So, essentially, as you disengage and run away, it rakes its sickle across the snow, kicking up snow just behind you.
Probably like dive rolls away from it, and he just feels the breath of death on the back of his neck.
Picks his chair back up. Aiden, what are you doing?
Are we fighting in an open plain kind of area, or are there some...
Yeah, open plain.
Sorry, what?
It's an open, snowy plain.
Damn, so there's no places to cause avalanches. Okay, gotcha. Fuck. I'm gonna see that Prava's in danger, so I'm gonna take out my sniper rifle and take a pot shot at that thing's eye, see if I can't catch its attention.
Go ahead.
Let's see.
Are you moving any space, or are you staying where you are?
I can't move after shooting, right?
Well, normally, but you need a aim action for your sniper rifle.
Yeah, so I'm gonna aim and I'm gonna shoot. I'm not gonna move.
Alright, go ahead.
Oof. That didn't work out.
The round sinks deeply into its fur, but you just see the bullet strike whatever's under it and just fall through its fur down to the ground. Let's see. Kuzon, I believe that you're probably at the ship by this point.
Yeah. Is there... Here's an idea. If I'm at the ship, can I just, like, not necessarily to like, obviously hit it, but, like, is there some way that I can, like, flare up the engines and everything and try to intimidate it? Like, basically just basically like activate the engine of the ship and just cause like a loud bang as like the engines engage or something like that. Does that
You
make
could
sense?
engage the engines, so you can do that and you can see what happens. Because that would be totally up to what the monster does.
Yeah, but basically like I'm trying to distract it. Like we're just trying to like confuse the hell out of it by stimulating it, if you know what I mean. Like that's what I'm gonna try to do. I want to engage the engines anyway to get ready to get the fuck out of here. So
Yeah.
I do have a question.
Yes.
So is it possible to, once I finally get to the door after everybody else is in, I'll do my plasma bolter because it does slightly more damage. It's just less likely to hit by a little bit. So I'll try that. Shoot in face. That first shot definitely didn't hit, I think.
You just see it fly past the creature's like form, just off into the snow, as it turns and locks its eyes towards like you guys now. Like, it's turned away from Prava, who's probably off to the side going, run away, run away, run away. Right, and I believe that's everybody's little turn. Sadly, the only one close to it, closest towards it, is you, Aiden.
Yep.
So, let's have a little bit of a go.
Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough.
This is going to be interesting. And I am going to roll its proper out in the open.
Hope Aiden don't die.
I think that hits.
Yeah, that barely hits me.
Okay, right.
Yeah, I'll just barely, probably just cut a single lock of my hair or something.
I mean, it just grazed my shoulder, you know?
It just grazed me, just a little bit. Just a lot!
It just inflicted pain on my everything, it's fine.
Right, it only has one claw, so it can't...
It can't double tap me.
15 damage, as it also knocks you 10 feet away with its advanced bull rush.
I try to use my sniper rifle to block its claw as much as I can as it pummels me.
Just boom! Knocks you away.
Son of a bitch!
As it nears you once more, I suspect that Prava, you can make it easily in your basic movement to the door at this point.
I've been running in a straight line to the ship ever since I dodged that attack, and not even looking back to see if my friends are in danger no more.
Yep, keep running, don't stop.
Right. Maybe I should point out, Aiden, is there anything you want to do? Do you want to disengage, maybe?
I want to combat row and start running towards the ship, since hopefully I've bought enough time for Ataika to make it as well.
Oh yeah, he's already out the door.
Oh, perfect.
I'm at the door. I'm just fucking peeling off caps at people.
So,
Yeah, in
are
that
you
case,
jet dashing or are you disengaging? Or can you use jet dashing as a part of your disengage?
Yeah, sadly no, I can't use them together. So if I don't
So, do you want to make it to?
if I don't disengage,
Do you
it's
want-
gonna get another shot, right?
Yes, that is correct. You can trust your allies in order to try and covering for you, or you can make it there but risk another attack.
I'm gonna risk another attack and jet dash to make it all the way there as quickly as I can. I'm just gonna combat throw and immediately start jet dashing. That hits. Holy shit, he almost critted me. Yeah, I'm gonna eat that. Ouch.
So, smacks you away, and as soon as you get back, he swipes you again, this time not knocking you away, as you're just on the edge, and he clips you across the back. A massive gash into your back, spreading blood across the white snow.
Aiden grunts and he just keeps dashing.
I'm gonna be while this is happening, Kuzon's gonna be climbing up to the pilot seat, and he's gonna get ready to take off in Aiden's place.
Right, so yeah, Aiden, you're fast enough to just dive through the door with everybody else. And I suspect Ataika's actual hearing this shit, one hand just boom, 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 and he's closing the door.
Yeah, as everybody's getting in, I take a step out of the door to just shove people in as I'm still firing my plasma bolter. And then as soon as everybody's in, I just jump through the door and shut it. Do you want me to put one more full attack, or?
You can if you want to.
I'm fucking gonna.
Try to teach you a lesson. You
I'll
actually
do it again.
You actually damaged it before.
Way out, just dead.
13, shit. 13 and 10's not bad.
As you if you keep on firing at it, it seems unfazed by your attacks. It seems like the lucky shot you got in before, it just this thing's defenses just aren't. They're just too tough for you. You need a bigger gun. But as the
door's
up,
closing, Ataika just screams, "I'll find you!"
I'll be back with a bigger gun. And as the doors close, I suspect Kuzon, could you make me a piloting check if you want to take off?
Yeah.
Because I suspect you're taking off in not the most, you know, safe manner. That's, yeah. So, essentially, as you take off, you enter back into the drift.
If you guys go up to the command station, you'll see Kuzon in his like little modified chair in the pilot seat with like all the controls pulled closer to him, and he has the he has like the black box like with the seatbelt on.
I do believe Aiden may be bleeding over the floor a little bit too.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I'm gonna ping the medic. He's still with us, isn't he?
Yeah, Higgins.
Yeah. Hey, Higgins, buddy. You want to take a look at my friend here? We had a bit of a close call.
Sure, I'll be right there.
I'll unlock the door to my lab so he can access.
Aiden, are you gonna let the doctor take a look at you?
No
Sure,
thanks,
why
I'll
not?
die.
No thanks.
Right, he's gonna make a medical check.
I'll be honest, Aiden, and say, dying right now would not be very cash money marijuana fucking cigarettes, so please
Gotcha.
try to stay alive.
So I'm gonna make sure that me and Doc get some private time so he can take a look at me, and I'm gonna, like, before he even starts, I'm gonna be like, Doc, I'd appreciate it if you were discreet about this, you know, medical professionalism and all that.
Sure, like always, but is there something I should know? Anything dangerous? I mean, you've got massive gashes in you, of course, but
Yeah, no, it's just that my body works a little different, let's just say that. So I'm gonna sit down and let him take a look at me and treat me.
fair enough.
Ataika helped take you in the room, and Ataika has no idea to handle situations like this, so he did the most sensible thing. He put his gun to the doctor's head, just said, "Start working."
Ataika, no. That's not how we do this. No.
And he's
Look,
like,
why
"Oh,
don't
yes,
treat him,
I
but-
see that I'm in the wrong here." He takes out his sword and puts it to him and says, "Start working."
No,
Listen, tell you what, Ataika, why don't you know, make sure Prava and Kuzon are alright. They didn't seem to handle the cold that well. You know, make sure they're fine. We'll be okay here.
He leaves. Gun was still pointed.
well, I can't be, I can't help him unless you leave.
He left, but like did the, points fingers towards eyes, points towards him, and the door closes.
Right, let's see.
Really convenient that we happen to have a doctor on board. So we didn't invest in that medical station yet.
Okay. So that's what he's got to do, long-term care on you, essentially. Let me see.
Don't worry about the dog. It looks worse than it is.
I can help him as well. I kind of realized I have a pretty decent medicine score.
Well, Aiden wants only the doctor to treat him, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want anybody else present
Correct.
for my treatment.
Right.
You know that like if you're in my lab, I have right.
Sorry, what?
You know that if you're in my lab, I have a camera, right?
Well, I am gonna check my shirt over it.
Okay. He's so embarrassed. It's like he doesn't want me to see his exposed organs or anything. It's a little bit too intimate.
Also, in character, you don't know that the camera exists.
That's true, actually.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know if I've seen him.
Essentially, Aiden, the doctor's like treating you. You could say he's rather skilled in his craft. He's got like he's using the med kit for medical like bandages and the like. He's got like a needle, starts doing it up, and he's like, "You have very interesting biology."
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'd
I must
appreciate it
say-
if you don't mention it to anybody.
Don't worry, I won't. I know the effects of being influenced by such things. Don't worry, you should be fine soon. And I believe, since you did well,
You mean this crazy son of a bitch is actually a good doctor?
you recover 3 times the normal rate.
Excellent.
So your stamina has restored, but your HP points haven't restored just yet, but you recover at 3 times the rate.
Okay.
Oh no, wait. Oh, he's 1 off. Okay, twice the rate, sorry. He's
That's
still a
fine.
good doctor. He's not godlike though.
Place the rate seems okay.
Don't worry about the dog, just, you know, put some stitches in it. It'll be as good as new before you know it.
Put some stitches in it and use it to light out your cigarette. And I'll be on my feet in no time.
hmm So, in other words, since you have about, I would say, 2 days, you would recover 1, 2, 3, 6, 12 HP.
Which means
Unless you.
I'm back to full.
Okay. Yeah, because I assume you would take a night's rest.
Yeah.
So yeah, in other words, I suspect that that's also down to, I believe, your unique trait,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. So in other words, after
There's not even gonna
He
be a
treats
scar
you.
left when I'm done. Like, this is fucking nothing.
you're recovering remarkably fast. But I suspect after you've been treated, you straight away go to the others.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the cockpit and take a look what's going on. So, Kuzon,
Prava has a chair. Ataika has a heavy weapon.
Kuzon, are we
Kuzon
in the
has his
clear?
black box.
Everything alright in here?
I imagine like I've just been taking over piloting responsibilities while he's been in care. Everything
Oh.
like that.
Actually, sorry to interrupt you guys, but we did pass the time. I suspected you guys to run away much faster, but you guys are currently flying through the drift still. Not too long from now until you exit, just about a day and a half or so. What are you going to be doing with the items you have obtained? You currently have probably a heavy weapon, and also the black cube. Oh, and the chair. The chair is probably the
And the dog
best thing you
tags.
found. And the dog tags, yes.
Yeah, and the dog.
Is the chair nicer than the one I already have installed?
It looks extremely comfy, and after you searched, you basically start like peeling off what is like what you found out isn't the leather itself. It's more of a protective layer of like, it's just meant to protect the leather. And as you peel it off, it's like, oh, this leather's so soft. It's even after all this cold, it's so nice. If you can even try to distinguish what it is, if you really wanted to.
What kind of check would that be? Is that
For you, Prava, you could roll professionalism, since you probably did deals in such mercantile type stuff,
yeah.
if you really wanted to.
Wow. With a +8.
Physical science is also possible.
I mean, I'll give it a shot.
Prava's just rubbing himself against it right now. He's like, oh, yes.
He's at the face like deep into the back of the chair. Just oh, that's good.
From what you know, this is possibly wyvern or drake leather. given its resistance to the cold, it's probably designed for that.
Huh. I wish I had more time to study that rock. I could have figured out what planet it was plucked from. I have suspicions.
Oh, I guess either you or somebody else may know. But yeah, I suspect that Prava, are you attempting to somehow attach it to your new captains? Like,
No, he's not putting it in the captain's chair. He's squirreling this one away in his room. This is a personal use chair. This is the comfiest thing he's ever touched.
This is for when we get a vehicle, so I can drive it.
In the meantime, Aiden is just enjoying the pilot seat while they're getting closer to their destination. He just yawns, looking a little bit bored. Ugh.
I'm bleeding a little bit on the chair.
No. Why are you guys so interested about that chair anyway?
Pardon?
Oh, that was to the rest of the party. Like, why are you guys so interested in that chair anyway? Since I saw him checking out the chair.
Wyvern leather. Or Drake leather.
Ash, can I tell what kind of leather it is?
Well, they just told you.
Ah, okay, so they're right then. I'm just wondering if they're correct, because they're not sure if they're correct.
Well, you would have to do a life science check.
So,
Kuzon sounded pretty sure.
hey, as long as you guys are happy with it.
Yeah, you can have the chair, and then Kuzon's just like stroking the black box.
I guess that's something to look forward to. Usually when people run into one of those creatures, they don't walk away from them, so I guess we can count ourselves lucky.
I bet you have some. I bet you got a killer scar from that.
Nah, that thing barely grazed me. I'll be fine. It looked worse than it was.
Barely grazed. I would just like to notice that you probably noticed that his entire torso is basically bandaged up. That's probably hard to miss.
Yeah. I mean, that
He barely
thing
grazed my spine.
that thing almost cleaved me in half, but it's okay. It's just a flesh wound.
It's just a flesh wound. I swear I felt him on my lungs, but otherwise.
Yeah. There's just just a lot of flesh was wounded. I think is what you mean to say.
The tip of his talon has intimate knowledge of what my fucking lungs feel like.
But yeah, anyway, as you guys have probably figured out, Ursicas are nothing to scoff at. Those things, you really shouldn't mess with them unless you're ready for them. So we got pretty lucky. I'd count that as a win.
So you're saying that most people who see those things die?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you notice them, they're pretty good at hiding despite their size. Usually they tend to ambush travelers. Luckily nobody really lives out there since it's pretty cold, so they don't get a lot of chances to hurt people. I mean, when these things are small, they're pretty cute, but man, they grow up so quick. Anyway,
You've seen the babies before?
oh yeah, like I think the females birth like hundreds of these fuckers. Like they're as big as your palm when they're babies, but damn, give them a few weeks, they're gonna be bigger than you.
Adorable.
Yeah, not
Sounds
really.
like little Sharon.
Anyway, Kuzon, about that black box, did you manage to check out what's inside it?
Yeah, I'll plug it up. I guess that'd be something I would do. Is I'd be like plugging it into one of my computer terminals and trying to isolate it from the system and comb through it and everything.
So you're basically isolating it and making sure it's only on like a separate terminal and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm not like plugging it into the ship's network or anything. Just like
Alright. So, roll me computers, as you will have to bypass the data lock.
Computers don't roll, stupid.
Ha ha ha. So, you're typing away. I suspect that Ataika is probably behind you watching as he strokes the big gun slowly turning the rotary part of it as he's wondering what does it do. But yeah,
Who can it kill?
as you enter it, you have several folders. You have a locked folder that just needs to be opened. You have a data section on records and a data section of recordings. It seems like this thing did survive quite well.
Ooh. I'll play one of the recordings.
As you play a recording, basically it records about an hour or two before the incident where it shut down. And as you can see, it's trudging its way through the snow. You can hear a voice inside of the cockpit speaking. It's like, whoa, I ain't seen it. Definitely injured it. Suspect it ain't gonna be coming back for a while. Still, we'll do one more pass before we head on back home. I know you hear from Barry is like, sir. The very like feminine type voice going, sir, let's carry on. And fast forwarding a bit through, basically your video just shows snow, more snow, a slightly different shape of snow, bit of a mountainous snow.
I'll double the playback speed until something interesting happens. I'm just like,
Are you saying that snow is not interesting?
I was going to disagree with that one there.
I'll give you all the footage of snow and you can watch it on your personal time.
As you fast forward, it's like, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a nice polish then when we get back, and then speed up. It's like later, it's like, I cannot wait until I get my delicious soup back there. And then speed up. This was, or they just talking about just random things until eventually you reach a point just where that ominous roar, that exact one you heard, starts rushing towards like the mech. The both of them clash. The mech's arm comes up to grab onto one of the sickles coming down, but the other just manages to push past the gun, slicing into the barrels and prying open the cockpit. The sickle hooking around the guy inside and tossing him out. Just as the large creature is about to finish him off, the rotary gun spins around. The large, almost javelin-like rounds jam in some of rotary cannon's parts, but others fly out, severing a sickle and embedding itself into the rest of it, forcing the creature to run away. Just as the video starts to flicker and cut out, the mech steps towards as its arm reaches out, barely still on, as it reaches out towards its pilot, and then everything starts going black.
Well, I just I turn to Ataika and I show him the footage of the gun firing. It's like, well, that gives us an idea of what it's capable of anyway.
Ataika holds it and just, if he could cry, he would.
Javelin fire, heavy weapon.
Ash, considering private military armies are pretty common in this world, is it safe to say that there's probably some place set up that when some dog tags get recovered in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, there is a way to get them returned to family or a company that might be associated with the dog tags? Basically, recover them.
Yes, normally that is the purview of basically what is the post office essentially. Anything you need to send, the courier will drop it off.
Well,
they also offer that service.
I want to upload the dog tags that we recovered and offer them for pickup free of charge. I don't want to charge anything for recovering them. I just want to get them back to either a family or some company that might be interested in them.
Essentially, you would have to drop it off at a main packed world place.
Gotcha.
They do give you, if you ping them, they do give you a location.
Sounds good.
Going through everything there. So, is there any information on this thing that confirms what Pact World, or if it was on a Pact World, or like what planet it was on?
Well, there are several hints of it, and from the records, it does seem like this machine was built on the. Hang on a minute. What was the planet called again?
Rexon?
This machine was built on Abalon. It does seem like it wasn't on there, given the climate.
Yeah.
And it is registered to what appears to be a Triaxian name,
Okay.
given the draconic implications of it.
Yeah. Interesting. And then otherwise, it's kind of like a. So like it seems like. Do I get the impression that they took steps to like intentionally isolate this thing?
Isolate? What do you mean?
Like isolate this machine from like a network or like anything I could use to easily trace where it's sourced from. Basically, if that makes any sense.
If you track where it's sourced from, it's basically a bunch of machine cant, which you know is basically its ID number. If you went to Avalon itself, you could find out where it's built, not where it was, maybe where it was sent if you really want to.
I guess what I mean is I have an idea of where it was made, but the information that tells me where it was used, like the people who bought it, like isolated it from their network and kind of intentionally didn't let any location information on this droid or on this robot, so I know where they're operating from.
Well, it does have locational information on it, but it doesn't have, for instance, if you have a plane on Earth, it doesn't say we're on Earth. It's like, oh, we're assumed to work here. So, in other words, it has longitude and latitude of a place it was. So it does have a locational information of a planet, and where it was sent, you wouldn't really know. It's just like home. It just has locational data like homestead, patrol routes, and stuff like that.
Okay.
You also have a locked folder. The rest is basically, as I mentioned before, data on like the homestead, its owners, permissible users.
Yeah, get me in there.
So you're opening the locked folder.
Oh,
Yes.
never mind, continue.
No, please carry on. What were you saying?
I was just gonna be a little pedantic. I was just gonna say that yes, our GPSs on Earth don't like include the information like latitude 68, longitude 48, planet Earth. But I feel like if we were a spacefaring species, we would include that information. I just feel like it's not relevant in our technology, and that's why it doesn't.
Well, that is a fair assessment, but I would also assume that you would know which planet you're on.
Fair.
Yeah.
Is what I mean.
I mean, I don't know. We get pulled into the drift at any time, and
Like I feel like if this was like a company robot that owned it, it would be relevant if they were a corporation what planet it's on, because they need that information if they found it. But it doesn't matter.
But I guess they would assume that if you found it, you'd find it on the planet it was working on already. So never mind. Point taken. Continue.
Well, as I was about to say, normally something else would tell you what planet you're on, and that is what you just opened. As you hear, what? Oh well, howdy! Welcome to the AI system for the little Sara.
Does the AI have this accent?
Yeah. Yes, it does.
Hello. You've
Hello, little one.
I'm looking down at this box that like probably is below my knee. Well, how do I put it to you lightly? You've been destroyed?
Oh, well, I assumed that when I was packed away in this little box. A sad state of affairs, of course, given the whole loss of my owner and all. I'm glad you recovered me. I do hope you're not the unscrupulous sort.
No. You look like a useful piece of hardware. I could probably find something useful to do with you if I don't find anything interesting on your data bank.
Bro, ain't that nice?
I'm a sweetheart. Where the scene that I'm seeing here, where did it happen?
Oh, you mean where my previous owner was located?
Yeah. Where did the and was it one of the what like was that beast? I'm gonna like bring up the footage of this. What was the name of the beast you guys were tracking? What is this all about? Give me what you know.
One moment. Evo, could you say the name of the creature again?
I don't know the name. I don't remember the name of the creature.
No, Evo, not DJ, Evo.
Yeah, just a sec. Let me see what it was.
Evo.
Ursicas.
That's it. Usakaz, yeah?
Yeah, Ursicas.
Usakaz. So, yeah, that would be Usakaz. It's located on the planet Taraxis. I assumed you got me from there, but given your perplexed expression, I suspect not.
Aiden's gonna pipe up. A bit of the snowy region apparently got trapped in here. We recovered you from there. You weren't on the planet.
Understandable. I may not be a full SRO, but I do understand. I'm gonna piece things together.
I imagine like while I'm talking, I have kind of like one monitor open, just like parsing the files and
Parsing the data.
Do I see like the names of who has like admin access and everything?
That would be the former user of the thing, which on the dog tags was named. One moment.
Look what I did, DJ.
What did you do?
What have you done?
How have you done
I
this?
sent it to DJ.
Oh no.
I made an alt account in the Smash Bros subreddit
You've been
with an
farming-
interesting name that I will not repeat here. And
You're-
I got banned in literally 48 seconds.
Right, let me see. Where is it?
I did
There you
it.
go. So, essentially, the name on the admin privileges is Rasha Valarurk.
Maybe you should type it out.
Pardon?
Maybe you should type it out.
No, okay.
Valauk.
Let's see what the anti-dyslexic translation says. Ah, Rasha Valaruk. Okay.
I mean, like, that's what he said. It wasn't dyslexic at all. He
I'm
he
just
said
fucking
it.
with him, man. Don't interrupt me when I'm fucking with Ash. That's like my favorite thing to do.
So, yes, essentially that's what the admin, but of course next to the admin rights it says deceased, so there is no admin.
I'm your dad now.
Look at me. Look at me. I am the admin now.
Oh, what's that? Oh, Kuzon's the admin? Aw, shucks. I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna look down. It's like, do you have what information do you have on the, your, I guess, the employer, the business you were registered to? Kuzon wants to know.
Oh,
Do you think they pay money for you?
what, for me back, sir? Well, I'm just a simple mech AI. Without my body, I'm sort of useless, to be completely honest. I'm very used to operating humanoid-esque machines, however. More or less 2 legs. But as for paying me, well, I guess you would get a small reward. If you return me to Homestead, that's if it still exists. Not exactly sure of a date anymore.
Like easy Kuzon like thoughtfully like it's like I'm sure I could find a use for your protocol if you don't mind loading freight and other such tasks.
I guess going from a homestead protector down to cargo robot is a bit of a career change, but better than being in the box.
Yeah, being in a snowbank, drifting through the drift.
That is correct, sir.
Yeah, that's what I'll look into then, is because I have the control module for the robots, but if I have this guy, I imagine I could like make them better.
In other words, if this one takes over one of the robots, it can do complex tasks apart from just telling them simple commands.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll set one of the droids aside, and I won't it won't be my priority right now, but I'll work on getting like a space to like install this box into.
Okay.
And, yeah, well, that'll be a project that I'll work on.
Understood. You have obtained Southern AI.
AI get.
AI ghetto. And I suspect that you, do you want to roll engineering to try fixing up the heavy weapon?
I do want to do that. I assume that you're gonna help me out, Ataika. You're gonna roll with me.
Of course.
Okay.
I don't know why for a split second I was Ukrainian. Don't pay attention to that.
Roll. We're gonna see how high we can get this number.
Okay, I'll do my engineering.
The big number's important, right, Ash? The big number's really important. Yeah, it's
Okay, big numbers.
No
Let
way.
me see.
And I guess while we're working, like I assume we'll have it in our like workshop, and I'm watching like the use of the gun from the footage and kind of using that to to help me navigate how to fix it. If that makes any sense, and like getting the information from the AI and stuff like that.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Just let me... Right, there we go.
I could probably give him a gun and like tell him to guard the place when we're not around, couldn't I? If he's used to using guns, right?
That is correct.
Ooh. I wouldn't be interested in like taking him outside the ship, but like I could just like issue commands like guard the door or whatever, or like open the door and guard it or whatever, and that would be like a useful thing to have next time we're running away from an insane beast that wants to tear us in half.
Exactly. Yes, this is your heavy weapon.
Ooh.
Dart cannon.
Ah, wow, that is a good deal.
I enjoy this.
Essentially, it fires javelins out of its weaponry, and on a critical, it basically embeds it into the creature, dealing 1d6 damage per 5 feet moved. So if there's a fast creature and you nail it with a critical hit, suddenly it's going to have a horrible time.
Wait, so is that like, so when it says per 5 feet moved, that means that the damage stacks the more the creature that's in its sight moves?
Yep.
How's that work? So it's like you target it, you shoot it once, and then it
No,
moves?
here's the thing. You shoot it, if you get a critical, you can trigger the embed effect. If you trigger the embed effect, the javelin has embedded into the creature.
Oh, okay.
The first time each round the target moves 5 feet or more in a single action, voluntary or not, it takes the target damage listed.
You can shred people.
Badass.
So in other words, you can embed it into the person, nail them to a wall.
I'm into that.
You've obtained
Congratulations,
cannon.
Ataika. You've done it.
So, by the time unlimited power, So by the time that you finish doing all that, essentially you have come out of a drift, and I think you were going back to Absalom, weren't you? Or were you going to Vidari?
We were going to Adari to drop the doctor off and
Alright.
to do other stuff. Yeah.
Now here's a question. Are you going to take the normal docking lanes, or...
I don't see why not. We're not carrying anything illegal this time. We haven't
Aiden?
committed one crime today.
Aiden? Hey, Bo.
Huh? Huh? Bruh.
Did you not hear me?
Sorry, I got distracted there for a sec.
Yeah, I said, are you taking the normal docking lanes into the Adari, or are you taking...
I think I'm gonna use the special hangar that I got last time.
So essentially, all you have to do is transmit your ship code, your ID, and you're given away from the normal docking range. You just see Aiden pull away and towards another area, sweeping through the area of the Adari and soon docking into the hangar.
Oh, you got friends on Adari?
Yeah, my boys did a job here recently, so we got one of these hangars to ourselves. Figured we can save some cash on, space.
Speaking of boys, you do see a few people outside with guns.
Oh. Aiden's gonna get up from the pilot seat and turn the ship off. At any rate, let's get off. We've been stuck in the ship for so long, I feel like I'm gonna get cramps. Some fresh air will do us nice too. And I'm gonna start heading outside.
Okay. So, as you head out of the ship, you just see essentially people are pointing guns as the door opens, and then as soon as they see you, Aiden, you just see all of them drop. It's like, boss? And then you just see the biggest SOR you've probably seen, slightly smaller than a Ataika, but he's very broad. Looks like kind of a boxing robot sort of deal. He drops his heavy gun and runs up to you and hugs you in his arms like, boss, they made me do horrible things.
You really need to stop doing that. I don't actually winces in pain because the wound on his back. Yeah, he's healing, but it's not completely healed yet.
They're
Stop.
horrible, boss.
I get it. Put me down. Ow. Ow.
Okay.
Ow. Ah.
He like glows you down now.
You really need to learn your own strength. You should spar with Muran or something.
Oh yeah, that's true. I should.
So, how have you guys been doing? Everything alright while I was away?
Well, we've been here for like a couple of days, sorting out the pests. But
How's that going? Do you need some help?
oh, we've got it sorted now.
Oh, good. What about that other thing I asked you to do?
Other thing? He doesn't seem like the one you talk to. He's confused.
About that anomaly. I thought a few of you guys were, giving him a hand. How's that
Oh,
going?
that's not here.
What? Still must be confused from all the fucking drugs they gave me.
Are you okay? You look at. Oh, others! And he goes past you and he's like, another SRO! Oh, it's good to see you. He like holds out his massive hand towards you, Ataika.
Ataika immediately judo throws him. No.
Oh, a challenge!
Kuzon's just gonna look up to him and it's like, we've been practicing this. Handshake protocol 2.
Protocol 2 is a sparring protocol. So Ataika goes for a hook uppercut to the hand like he's hitting mitts.
Make an attack roll then. I want to see how you do.
I'm letting Sam decide what these are. These aren't all agreed upon.
disregard the damage and everything, but I'll just roll my longsword.
Oh yeah, of course. So as you do an uppercut, it's a goosh. he hits his fist over. So, not bad. You should try put your weight into it. You're a big bot like me. And he like holds up his hands. He's like, yeah, come on. And he's just he's gonna freely spar with you if you really want to do it.
Ataika's gonna Dempsey roll and just do like an overhand fucking shovel hook.
So all you hear in the background is two bots just ding, 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 ding. Oh, that's much better. You're doing so much better. It's like sparks flying out at this point.
Don't overdo it.
The others have crowded around you guys by this point. It's like, so this is the team that the others were talking about. Good to see you guys.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you too.
Kuzon kind of just offers his hands like I'm something of the leader of this operation. He kind of just has like a shit-eating grin as he says that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? So you're our boss's employer? Oh, it's good to see. He's like, he offers out his hand and shakes yours.
I mean, if you're expecting Prava to deny it, he's not gonna.
I was just chuckling at the situation. Anyway, what happened? I heard somebody got injured when I sent you to recover that vehicle. Who got hurt? What happened to him?
That was just just a slip up. Crew's got a bit overexcited down on Akitan, got bitten apparently.
Bitten? He got bitten? What the fuck bit him?
You know those little like creatures that chomp up trash? You know, the little crawly ones? Well, there was a bigger one than normal and it bit him.
Aiden just shakes his head and sighs. I hope you guys gave him a lot of shit for it.
Oh, of course, yeah. You know. But anyway, you guys gonna stay here? There's a few cots in the back.
Yeah, we got a few things to take care of and some bounties to unload. We'll spend a few days recovering probably.
Okay.
How's the new safe house coming along? You guys need anything else or do you have it sorted out?
Everything's fine. I mean, this is just meant to be a stopover, not really a safe house.
Well, it would pay off to have a few extra supplies in here in case we need them, you know? You never know. Pays to be prepared.
Oh, of course.
Prava's just kind of wincing when Aiden says we're going to spend a few days here. That wasn't really talked about or agreed upon.
Don't worry, Prava, we'll be off this place before you know it.
But Prava, technically this is a spaceship.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of people here.
That's fair.
And also, Aiden, I think Prava already knows it.
So, given that you guys have parked on the Adari and you have settled down in the hangar, would you like to pause here until next time?
Sure.
Yeah, sounds good.
I think this is a good,
point.
yeah, it's a good little stopping point.